Hi, Advanced Web folks. So today we're going to talk about a few other Java things that are somewhat basic, but it's something fun and it helps us be more interactive or have our website be more interactive. So yesterday I asked you to find two pictures that were opposites. Nothing too extravagant, but just for the sample, two pictures. I found, well, actually four pictures, two sets of two. So meaning I've got one set that has winter and summer, and I have another set that just has a black and white Michigan. So I'm gonna first find an area in my HTML where I'm gonna put these pictures. And I think I'm gonna do this. Let's see. I'm going to, let's see, find a place. Maybe I'll just do it right underneath. Right underneath where I have my JavaScript here. So I'm going to do a couple line breaks so we can see. Oops. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a paragraph that just says P. Make it nice and easy for us to see. P, in this case, we are going to change an image img source src. And then eventually we can get rid of it as well. Okay, so I have that. And then I'm going to create a button. And so we've already created buttons above. So it's nothing new, but we got to start out with the tag button. And we're going to have we don't necessarily have to put a type. We can, but we don't have to. But we are going to say we're going to onclick. So on click, meaning when we click on it, the button, we need the equal sign. We're going to have a document. Get element, that's capital element, by ID. And we're going to have, we'll just call it my image. And src equals, and we're going to just start off with one of my pics, see, src. And my pics are right in my same folder, so you might need to add the folder path, but mine are right here. So let's go ahead and do, I'm going to do Michigan blue for now. So the name of my picture I'm going to start with is Mish Blue. And it is a PNG. Yours might be a GIF. Then I've got a closing apostrophe and then a closing quotation mark because that's going to end all that statement inside for that on click. Okay, and then in my button, I'm going to say turn on Michigan and backslash button. Okay, so let's see what we get. Save. And I'm going to refresh. Okay, and I don't have my picture, but I have my button. So if I click on it, nothing's going to show, but at least my button is showing up. Good to know. And I want to make sure I spelled. Oops, I didn't spell my name right. That's why it's not showing up. You. Okay, the name of my picture. Right, and I want to, let me go ahead and do some behind that as well. Sorry. Okay. So my picture isn't showing exactly, and that's just because my image isn't quite there. Okay, so let's go ahead and create a new image, and I'm going to do it underneath here. And I'm going to have IMG. My ID now is going to be my image. SRC, the source of my image. And I'm going to first start out with the black and white one. So I think Michigan, BW, F. And mine are in the direct folders that. And maybe I want the style or the width to be a certain thing. So style equals, and then width be 100 pixels. So not very big. And save. And I'm going to refresh. And there's my picture. So I have my picture right now. When I click on turn on, it now goes to the blue one. Okay, so I have my picture here when I first run it. So let me refresh it again. When I run my page, it starts out with my initial picture. It starts out black and white. And then I have this button. And the reason why the button's first is just so the button ends up on the left side first. If I wanted my other button, I could put it all behind the image, or sorry, after the image of my HTML. But the problem is my button then would be on the right-hand side of the image and not the left. So that's why I did my button first before I set my image. But either one works. And so if I want my image to be a little larger, maybe you want it 500, oops, maybe 300, I'm going to save and refresh. And there's my image. And when I click on turn on Michigan, it turns it blue. Now, how do I get it to go back to the original? I'm going to have another button, and I'm going to make that one after the image. So I'm going to have button, onclick, equals document, get element, ID, and then I'm going to call upon that picture. So I have Mish, and oops, my element name, sorry, my ID name is my image. All these things to remember. Make sure you have just the apostrophe, not the double quotations. And then .src, meaning find the source, and single quotations. And I'm going to go back to my Michigan black and white. So Mich black and white, and it is a GIF. Closing apostrophe, and then closing quotation marks for that entire onclick. Close that off with a caret, and then whatever I want my button to say, this is when I say turn off Michigan. And then backslash, and save, refresh. And there we go. So it starts off being off, if you will, or black and white. I can turn it on. I can turn it off. Oh, no, it didn't work. Let's go back then and make sure we're doing it right here. So I have my button on click, document, get element by ID. Looks good. I have my .src. And I did Michigan black and white. Let's make sure that's the name of mine. Yep, Mich. Let me make that smaller. Mich bw.gif. Should go to the black and white here. I have the closing. Quotation mark. Closing. Double check. Turn off Michigan button. Okay, let me double check my work here. So it worked when I clicked on. Check, check, check. Button on click. Make sure I'm spelling everything. Document. Get element by ID. My image. I spelled image wrong here. That's why. My image. Save and refresh. Okay. So it's off if I turn it on. If I turn it off. Perfect. So that's what you want to try. Now go ahead and do the same thing somewhere below your screen or somewhere below your images or this image. Sorry. So somewhere else, like I have summer and winter. So maybe in my winter, I have a picture, or maybe after my seasons, I have another thing that I'm going to use my black or my winter and summer buttons. So do that. We actually can start with the button if you want, or if you can start with the image. So IMG ID, and I'm going to create this ID, and I'm going to call it season. I for season image. SRC, and I'm going to start out with maybe my winter. So let me find winter tree. That's JPEG. And I'm going to have a set style. I'm going to make the size a certain size. Width. Maybe I'm going to make it 150 pics. So we can always go back and change that. Okay, so I'm going to save and refresh. And this one's going to be a little bit further down. So let's see if it shows up here. There's my winter picture. And now I want to make a button for it. So I'm going to actually put, I guess I could put them both at the end. Why don't we do that? I'm going to put them both at the end. So I'm going to have button, onclick, equals, quotation mark, document, at the element by ID. And this first one's going to be the name of my season, season I, at SRC equals, and then the location. And I'm going to start out with maybe summer. I think I have summer tree. And that is a JPEG as well. JPG. Closing apostrophe, closing quotation marks. And I'm going to say click for summer. Let's see if that works. Refresh. Check every time. Okay, and if I click this for summer, it should turn to my summer pick. Perfect. And now I just need another button for clicking for winter. So after that button, I'm going to have another button. Unclick equals document. I get element by ID. And I'm going to pick the name of season I at SRC. I'm going to choose my winter tree. That's JPEG. closing apostrophe, closing quotation marks, and I'm going to say click for winter. Save, refresh. Okay, click for summer. And I might have to scroll down. Click for winter. Oh gosh. Of course, I probably did this wrong here. Let's try it again. Okay, so I have season I. Good. SRC, winter tree. On, I didn't spell onclick right. Good golly. Miss Molly. Click for summer. Click for winter. You notice that I can do back and forth, which makes it really nice. So you can do that with pictures. You can change out your pictures, play around with it, maybe add a different picture. You can add 3 of them. You could easily do that. You could give options. Sometimes this could be used for if you wanted to see what different effects may be. So like here, I might put, like for spring, I could put what a spring picture might be, or I could have all of them line up. If I want a break, if I can have them all lined up. That works too. I could have them all for different seasons. So go ahead and play with that. In fact, make it do one more that you feel would complement your web page. So that's one with pictures, which I like. I like doing those ones where you're changing the source of an image. It's a good way to practice. We've done font size. Let's see. We can do I don't like that. So play around with this for now, and we will do one more for the next lesson.